Now, if you're a little bit worried that I don't know whether I'm a genius or not, or really, because when we look at geniuses, these are legends, these are world leaders, these are people who've created a dent with their work and their presence. And the natural instinct, because we've been tuned and conditioned such, is to think, really, do you think I will match up? Do I have it in me? I am lost every day. I don't even know my purpose. Just because you woke up on the side of darkness, it doesn't mean that the sun doesn't exist. It doesn't mean that there is no light. What that means is that the earth needs to make some changes, turn over and face the sun. The sun exists. That's a natural state. It is a fact. Your continual experience of darkness, continual inflow of information about darkness or anybody's opinion does not change that. There is light, and that light is you. Let me tell you, every species on the planet, every life form has an inbuilt intelligence and genius. It's inherent, it's instinctive, and we belong to that species, we belong to this planet, and we belong to that natural order. It's this long process of learning that has clouded our intelligence. It's this dependence upon others for almost 1/3 of our lives. Tell me what to do, what is good, what is bad, teach me. I think that is where we have inherited limitations and fears versus been our true selves. Now imagine if your guardian for 21 years or for the most period of your life had lived in darkness. That's what they would pass on to you. That's what you would inherit, because you believe them, because you've depended on them, because they have guided you to the point that you accept it as your truth, never making an attempt to go on the other side and find out, never making an attempt to make some changes in your life and to discover the light. It's strange that we as human beings, when we see a problem, we begin to live with it because others are living with it. It doesn't need to be so. You have in you the abilities to create a better world. And that is the power of your genius. And you know what? We begin to live our whole lives ruled by fears in acceptance of darkness. Now look at the natural order, since we're talking about it, and I want to take you to your basic roots. See, I don't want to clip off the branches. I want to get to the source and the root, and that is the source of your existence. Now look at the planet. The prey and the predator coexist, which means that a deer, an antelope, a wildebeest, they live in nature in full acknowledgement of the fact that their predator is perhaps a few meters away. So what? Do they live in hiding? Do they die? Do they rant? Do they complain? Do they live below their potential? No, they live in full glory. And when the predator strikes, which is when the problem actually comes to them, the chase is on. They offer their solutions. That is when their intelligence and their survival instinct kicks in. But they don't behave like that all the time. Have you seen a deer hiding behind a rock? Have you seen a wildebeest living in a cave? No, they're out there living their life to the fullest. And what do we human beings do? We know there are problems. They will always coexist. That's the natural order. But do we go out and live in full glory, in the full expression of our potential? No, we hide under the rock. We live in a cave. We don't come out. We stay restricted. We put these lines around us, we build these walls, and then we say, what is my purpose? Is this it? I'm not happy. Is this all that I can do? And there is misery, not at a physical level, but at a mental and spiritual level. That's what we're going for. We're getting you out of the cave to coexist with problems, to coexist with challenges, so that when the moment comes, your answer is unique. Your chase, your handling becomes a benchmark and formula for great living. When someone talks about you, they talk about potential, they talk about full expression, they talk about genius. And you know what? I can say this with full confidence that you feel it within, you feel an inkling of it. Sometimes you sit and question yourself, is this all I can do? I am sure I can do more, but then you are held back by your fears. Your feet are tied in chains of, I don't think this will work. I failed in the past. They've told me, who are you? Do you really think you can do it? You've inherited fears, fear of success, fear of failure, fear of responsibility, fear of feeling inadequate, fear of trying, fear of pain, fear of getting hurt, fear of letting go, and the list goes on to eternity. And with all that potential, which you sometimes feel erupting in you, when you listen to a great speech, when you watch a great person, when you see a great performance, when you see results, you're sitting there and feeling, maybe another lifetime. I don't know if I could ever do this. And then instead of admiration comes jealousy and envy. You don't need to feel that. You have that within. If he can, then you can. That's the natural state. Look at every other life form. If one wildebeest can do something, if one cat can do something, then every wildebeest and every cat can instinctively do that. They don't need to be taught. It's inherent. That intelligence, that genius, that knowing is inherent. They know how to do it. How come we don't? Because we've bought into stories of darkness, and those stories have no end. They continue with us till our end. Those fears are buried with us. That is the sad truth. I won't say that's the sad truth. That is the worst lie that we are going to handle, because the truth is that you are intelligence beyond compare, that you have the energy to light up 1,000 suns, that you have within you all the potential and all the resources to make it to any dream you have dared to envision. See, if the earth has to turn toward the light, it has to make the effort, right? It has to make the change. It has to invest the time. If the planet does that for you, then you got to do that for yourself daily. Look, mediocrity is not your inheritance. You are more powerful than you will ever know. Let go of the fears. I'm going to make sure of that. Don't let them define you. I'm going to leave you with this beautiful poem that sums it all. It's by Marianne Williamson, and Nelson Mandela recited it at one of the inauguration ceremonies. It goes like this. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is not our darkness. It is our light that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine like children do. It's not in some of us. It is in all of us. When we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. That, my friend, is the purpose, the design, and the promise of the weeks to come. You get ready for an adventure of a lifetime. You will be shocked to meet yourself at the end of this journey. You are the source of everything that has happened, is happening, and will happen to you. And with that knowledge and that power, we will help you unleash your genius from the shackles of fear so you can be, do, and have anything you want. That is your inherent power. I welcome you to the world without fear and endless possibilities waiting for your command. Let's get started.